Trade rumors are heating up. A report has just revealed that the Baltimore's may be looking to move one of their young stars. Find out on this episode of Orioles Digest. Welcome to another episode of Orioles Digest. I'm your host, Kam Brice. Thank you for joining us. We're at 2,000 subscribers, well over 2,000 subscribers. You know what? Let's get to 3. So keep subscribing to Orioles Digest. Turn on post notifications. Hit that subscribe button. We're giving you daily updates about the Baltimore every single day that you don't want to miss. And yes, we all know the MLB trade deadline is coming up. The Baltimores have 10 games left. And they're at a kind of shaky pace right now. They're not consistent. This offense scored 21 this run game and then got no hit the next. So we don't know what's going on with this team, but we do know there's 7 games from the last place in the wild card spot. And if they can go on a win streak, this team can gain some momentum. And finally, hopefully, I'm not saying it can happen, but they could possibly sneak into the playoffs. We never know. Sports and days, teams can heat up. You never know what happens. Chemistry builds. But a big report and a big article came out to talk about the Baltimore Orioles and what they should do. So we're going to take a deep dive into all of that in every area where the Baltimore Orioles need to improve at the MLB trade deadline. So without further ado, let's get into our first topic of the day. Starting pitching depth. Yep, I knew that was going to be the thing. So the Orioles' entire starting rotation is on the injured list. Their entire starting rotation, besides Dean Kramer, is on the injured list. Kyle Bradish and Tyler Wells should be back next year. The long absence, Grayson Rodriguez, like they said, cannot be ignored. Plus, the given history of the trio, they've never been healthy. We have never had a rotation where we've had an ace, a 2 or 3 guy all compete from more than one season, even half of the season. We haven't even got all 3 of them together for a full season. That's the concerning thing. So starting pitching depth, we all knew the starting pitching was the big thing about the Baltimore Orioles. We knew coming into this season, the thing that the Baltimore's had to do was find an ace level caliber type pitcher, and which they didn't. They let Corbin Burns walk. I mean, I've said it before, it was nothing the Orioles could have done to bring Corbin Burns back, but you could have at least got something. But you didn't get anything. You went out, got Charlie Morton, you got Sagano from Japan. You thought that would be enough, and it's only made your team worse. It's better than going out there and rolling with a bunch of guys from AA. Like if we were to give Brandon Young 35 starts, ERA would probably be over 9. That wouldn't look good. So the Orioles are in this position because of Mike Elias, and Mike Elias knows that starting pitching depth has always been a thing with him. I don't know if they can figure this out this year. I don't know if there's a lot of free agent pitchers on the market. You could have got a guy like Max Scherzer. I would have loved to get Max Scherzer over Charlie Morton, but the Orioles decided to get Morton over Scherzer, which I'm confused. I actually watched Scherzer in person last week. The Woo Sox game as I'm a production assistant, I work with the team. And I was just watching Scherzer, and it's so cool. But anyway, starting pitching. So let's get into the other one. The other one is first base, and then we have outfield. I'm going to get into outfield first, and we're going to end the video off of first base. So, outfield. This is not concerning as much as this article wants to say. The Baltimores are in a bad outfield position. Enrique Belfort Jr., Vance Honeycutt. Vance Honeycutt has not been playing as I expected. Come from UNC, playing the ACC. I don't know why I forgot what conference it was for a second. Playing in the ACC and being a Player of the Year, National Player of the Year, and being dominant Gatorade Player of the Year. I thought Vance Honeycutt was going to skyrocket through the minors. Guess it just didn't happen. Doesn't happen like Kobe Mayo and Jackson Holliday and Gunnar and Adley and them guys. Just doesn't happen. So outfield, yes, I think we're good. Another guy, Dylan Beavers, is a guy who is a top prospect, but I don't understand why he can't be a top 3 prospect. He's been one of the best. Jude Fabian was once a top 4 prospect in the Orioles system, but he faded back, got hurt. I think with these guys is they just get lost behind these other guys like Enrique Bradfield Jr. He's always going to be overshadowed Dylan Beavers, even though he's in Double A. Vandy won the national championship, was the first round pick. Everyone knows who Enrique Bradfield Jr. is, generational runner. So I think that's what's going to kind of affect Dylan Beavers. But for other guys, I think the Baltimore's outfield is set. So I'm not going to talk too much about the outfield because I think you move Cedric Mullins, you have Enrique Bradfield Jr., you move Tyler O'Neill, you can get up some guys you can trade. before we even do any of this, like that's why I said I'm not going to talk too much on the outfield because this is going to go into the next part, and this is going to surprise a lot of people. So get your clips ready and make sure you talk about this in the comments because I know a lot of you guys are going to be upset. First base. Yeah, Ryan O'Hearn is going to be gone. So Ryan O'Hearn is going to be gone. So for Ryan O'Hearn, what can I get? Can I get a pitcher who's 22, 23 years old, has pitched in MLB, been in AAA, bouncing from team to team, but can go out there and be kind of like a DL hog guy? And then can I get another maybe veteran player in the minors for cash considerations? So like I said before, if you decide to not move Ryan O'Hearn, that hurts the development process of Kobe Mayo, and we don't want any of that to happen. So I think the best situation for the Baltimore Orioles, move Ryan O'Hearn, get some draft picks, you can get some good players for him. On the other hand, this is why I want to talk about the outfield. Imagine the Baltimore Orioles send Ryan O'Hearn, Heston Kjerstad, Tate to the Seattle Mariners for Julio Rodriguez. Baltimore's outfield is set. You have Julio, you have Hauser. You have O'Neill next year, probably not because he's I don't know if he's gonna accept that player option. You have all those different types of guys, so this could be a very generational situation for the Baltimoreans and what they do. I think a lot of it stems from Mike Elias not being prepared or not doing the things he needed to do to prepare this team to be fully ready for the season. I think the Orioles are going to be okay. I think they can go in the game win streak because you think all those teams in the wild card. Listen, I'm gonna grab the mic and come close. All those teams in the wild card, none of them, they're not going to be consistent all year. Although it's 6 to 7 teams, 2 to 1, half 0.5 games back from the wild card spot. Do you really believe that all those teams are going to maintain that pace? So the Baltimore's can win the least out of the next. If you can win 6 or 7 out of your next 10 and be 3.5, 4, go to All Star break, and you can still. Yes, I'd do it. But what if the Baltimore end up selling at the deadline? That's what everybody's worried about. What if this team ends up selling? And that's the thing. If this team ends up selling at the trade deadline, then that would be crazy because they sell and then they end up still being competitive and very good. And that's going to surprise me and that's going to send my mind to a whole different place. I don't even want to talk about that. So that's all we have on today for Orioles Digest. Once again, me and John are going to be working this live stream situation out. Sorry, Digest Meter. We're sorry, guys. We've just been busy with work, different situations, and we're trying to upload more consistent and videos for you guys. So we will get all this stuff out for you guys. I promise you. Thank you for joining Orioles Digest. Once again, I'm your host, Kam Brice. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, Baltimore Orioles, 10 games left. So please, 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 please remember the All Star break. If you're sitting at home or you're sitting on your computer and you're about to play NCAA 26, in which I pre ordered, you can hit the YouTube button. Just go to the Orioles Digest, click a subscribe button, watch 2 seconds of the video. If you don't like it, click off. But hey, every like helps. Every like helps us. And every like that you give us, it will provide something big for you in the future. Once again, I'm your host, Kam Brice. Thank you for joining Orioles Digest.